This time we have a quick update on track laying and wiring, so let's get started. I did all this afternoon. This is the new location of Meriton Yard. There's the computer, I have to have that because it's got my track plan on it, so that's what I consult. So this is Meriton Yard, curving around to what will be Alliance paper, and I've got all the sidings for that in. And curving around to, yes, it will be going across this, but just one straight track, that's all. And I'm putting this adjuster on the end. And then there'll be another main line over here as well. So yeah, and then I've got the main line curving around to what will be Niagara Falls storage and staging back over here. I think this is some of the old one. And then I've got this, which will be Newman scrap. And then this line, which is the switch lead for Meriton Yard. I'm thinking maybe I might do some GM Plant 2 thing over here later on. Don't know yet. We'll see. So anyway, I did all that just in one afternoon. So it's going well so far. None of this is wired up. I have to drop wires down, and I put a lot of feeders on. And then all the turnouts will have drops down for their switch machines too. So there's still a lot of work to do. This is just physically laying out. I just like to do that to make sure the geometry works. All right, just to bring us up to date now. So what I've done, I laid all the tracks out in Meriton Yard. Now that I've moved it from, I moved it, it was over here, 180 degrees. And to deal with this thing, I've moved it. So sorry for the swinging back and forth. Hang on to something. Anyway, so what I've done is I've laid out to test the geometry, right? So I find you can do things on a planning tool. It helps. But I find once you're really laying track in real time and real space, things differ. So anyway, it all worked. Now what I'm doing is I'm going around and I'm pulling down feeder wires. You can't see them, but they're under there. And I'm pulling down all the red wires for the turnouts. So something occurred to me, because I need to mark, so I drill with this guy so I can run the wire down, and then I use my button hook kind of thing made from a coat hanger just to pull the wire through. I'll show you that later. But trying to mark the hole for like the turnout, where to drill for the turnout. And I got a notion, so I made these, I got a notion to maybe make a template. So I made these templates. I just traced out a Kato switch, and I figured out exactly where the wire should drop. And so I've tested one, and it worked really well. So anyway, so here it is. So you draw it, so you line it up this way. So hang on, I'm working one-handed again here. Okay, so you line it up with the edge, see, right here. And then this is the place where the wire goes, coming off for the switch machine control. And I just make a thing like that. And that's where I drill. So it works really well. You can see I've drilled my hole where I marked it. And then what I do is I have my little shark hand back here, and I just clean it up right away. I'm kind of working as I go. I find this is great. That way you don't get bored doing the same thing. Hope you can hear me over this vacuum. You don't get bored doing the same thing. So this way I do an operation, I pull a wire through, and I move on. And I like it. It's working well for me. I'll show you how I pull a wire through. All right, now I've attached the wire for the turnout switch machine control. The other thing I do before I lay a switch, so the Kato has these selector screws on the back for routing and not power routing. Just for DCC, you want that. So what I did a while back is I made this diagram. So I just have to flip the switch over and make sure that the screws in the diagram match the screws on the actual switch. And let me see, look at that one. Yes, they do. They match the placement of these. So it's good to go. Next, I have to pull the wire through. All right, so I've threaded the wire through my button hook, see? And then I just push this down through the hole. And it's pulling the wire with it. And I just have to pull. There you go. And now it's pulled through on the other side. And I'll just release it from my button hook here. And then you're good to go. I have to just find the wire. And I can just pull it. Now, what I found with these things, don't pull hard, because I actually pulled the wires out of this connector from reefing too hard on it. There's the turnout in place. The wire is pulled through here, see? And I just pulled it through snug and make sure not to reef on it. So yeah, this is working really well and I'm quite pleased. So I got this side of the yard done here, as you can see. I ran into some issues with the spacing. When I pulled it up and put it back, things didn't fit together the same way, but I had to do some fudging with the tracks and stuff. I don't know what happened. It was so weird because everything lined up over on this side, because this is a critical switch because it joins on the main line. So I don't know. Anyway, the thing works with like I said, with the templates. There they are there. And the drilling and all that good stuff. So I'm going to leave it there for this week. But thanks for watching.